Today is August, I don't even know what day it is. August 18th, 2019, and this is my first day recording the audiobook for Permission to Grieve. It's about 5 a.m. I've just rolled out of bed, and I kind of wanted to share with you my setup and recording process. So if I can scoot to the side for a second, this is the desk that I work from, both to record coming back and to write. It's where I've written most of Permission to Grieve. Right now I have it set up to record. It's actually recording my voice right now as I go through this, but I was getting a noise test for the room earlier. You're supposed to record the room in total silence, so you can kind of use that as a base. I think it's called a noise floor when you record, and so you can take anything that sounds like that dead silence noise out of the video for you. I've got my Blue Yeti hooked up here to Audacity, and then I've got my headphones too. And what's really neat about my headphones is that when I put them on and I'm like listening, I'll have one ear on and one ear off, like this. So when the train comes over, I can hear it with this ear, and then I hear myself, I can hear myself talking right now in this ear. So I can kind of determine whether or not I'm talking too fast or too slow, or if my throat gets scritchy enough that I need some tea or water or something to kind of lubricate what's going on in here again. Because when you talk a lot, when you talk for a living, or when you talk on a podcast or even through an audiobook, after about, I'd say about 7 minutes, you've got to rehydrate what's going on, because you're using these muscles and these cords to produce a sound. And being classically trained as a musician, I kind of know this as well, so it's really helpful. So I've got my tea here, my water here, and my tea kettle here. So like it's a little trifecta that sits in the corner. And yeah, this is my space. I've got candles here, I've got my little salt rock here, and kind of how this process is working is I'm recording the book in chunks. I've actually listened to audiobooks for the very first time as research for this project, so the first part is kind of like the opening credits. The part one is like my lost story, the 2 things that restrict you from grieving, and why Permission to Grieve is so important. And then part 2 is kind of like the meat of the book. It's the 3 permissions, which are permission to feel, be, and do. And they each have their own chapter with exercises in there and journaling questions and kind of all these other things. And then the last part is about kind of permission to take everything you've learned out into the world with you. And so it's how to grant other people permission to grieve. It's the few things that you do not have permission to do, because yes, there are a few things you don't have permission to do. And it's also about the PS permission, which are the permissions we continue to grant ourselves throughout our lives. Because the goal of Permission to Grieve is not to have it be like a one-off book. It's not a book you're supposed to read one time. It's a book that you should keep coming back to over and over again, because grief, kind of like us, evolves. It continues throughout time. So I was just compelled to turn on my video recorder this morning and share this experience with you, just like what the setup of recording an audiobook is like, what my apartment looks like and sounds like at 5 in the morning as I'm recording either the podcast or audiobook. This morning it's an audiobook, and I'm in this delighted space where I just can't wait to bring this to you. This is it's been a long time. It's been percolating internally probably for about 3 years or so, and just now come to fruition in the last year and a half or so. And it's just really exciting. I'm holding so much anticipatory joy. We talk about anticipatory grief a lot on the show, but I'm holding anticipatory joy for this, and I'm just waiting for it to just explode when it comes out to the world. So I thought I'd say hello, show you my setup this morning, show you my hair up, rolled out of bed, braless state as I go in to record Permission to Grieve for you. And I hope you'll listen to the audiobook. It is recorded in my voice because, I mean, what else? I would never have somebody else read my work, especially for all the work I do on coming back in my own voice here. And I just wanted you to see this, because I put so much care into producing these things that are then delivered to you, grief growers. I know how important it is to feel in this space that I do. I am listening to you and your grief and your world and your circumstances, whatever they may be. And so I'm doing my damnedest, whether it's putting a towel on the desk to absorb the sound or waiting for the train to pass or anything else that I do, to make this not perfect, but pretty damn close. To make it damn good is probably the best way that I can describe it, to make it damn good. So thank you for being here with me on this mini audiobook studio recording tour a la Chicago, Illinois, and I cannot wait for you to get your hands on Permission to Grieve beginning September 4th. We are growing.